So the pools are out. I was able to check them right before I went to work, and when I saw them, I was like, cool. Actually, the people that are in my bracket, there's like a bunch of nobodies, nobody I ever heard of, except for the exception of my Tekken bracket, which had Core in it, great, and also my Cross Tekken bracket, which had Chris G, wonderful. But once I got home from work, they actually updated the brackets. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Check them out. And now I have a bye in Tekken, which is, I don't really care because I wasn't going to win that anyway. And then over in Mortal Kombat, they moved a few things in here. So now there's two guys that I've heard of instead of zero. We got Crazy MIT, which is retarded that he's in my pool now, and also GGA Pim Pim Jim. So that sucks. On the plus side, no, there is no plus side on this one. I'm just screwed. So if I were to make it all the way, I would have to fight MIT. And then I doubt it because I'm not really good at Mortal Kombat anymore. So I'm probably going to head off to losers, where I'm probably going to face either MIT again or Pim Pim Jim. So that sucks. And over on the Cross Tekken side, you know, the game that I was good at, well, this one is even worse now. So instead of just Chris G, so at that point I'm like, well, at the very least, I'll make it out of losers. But for whatever reason, they decided to throw in Alex Valle in there. Hooray! So on the plus side on this one, which is really weird. I actually think that this is going to be adjusted again because the way they have it set up right now, Chris G fights a nobody, and then in the next in the B bracket, Alex Valle fights a nobody. So round 2 is going to be Chris G versus Alex Valle in a full bracket, which doesn't sound right. So I think they actually might change that around, and they'll probably move it. They'll probably shift Alex Valle to a different pool or something. But more interestingly, on my side, there's a player from Japan whom I believe was a Third Strike player. I've never really heard of him playing outside of that. Umizono. And I believe he was Third Strike. I believe he used Ken or Chun-Li or maybe Yun. I have no idea who he plays. I just said those 3 characters because let's face it, who the hell plays anyone else? So I gotta face him. I don't know how he is in Cross Tekken. I think I'll be fine. Let's go ahead and move over to Injustice. Injustice is actually looking pretty good. I mean, considering that Injustice is the new game on the block, which means that we're gonna have nothing but new players. So no surprise to me that there's nobody I've ever heard of in my pool. The only one that I've heard of that's of any merit is GGA Waffles. But I actually haven't seen him play Injustice. I've seen him play Mortal Kombat a ton, but I'm not sure about Injustice. But since he's GGA, it's pretty obvious that he knows a thing or two about Injustice. Some of the people in my pool of note is Hanzo Gonzo and Wolverine Master. I mean, those are just 2 guys that I've heard of, but they're not the best. And they both play Grundy too, so I'll just work up on my Grundy match, I guess, which is not a lot of work. So that's the pool. So here's hoping that I make it far. Injustice, I have no doubt that I will make it out of pools. And Cross Tekken, the way it's set up right now, not looking likely, but you never know. I do consider myself really good at that game, so that actually you might see me out of pools on that one. Mortal Kombat, not a chance in hell, and Tekken Tag, no chance in hell am I making out of that one. So here's how it's gonna go. Once I head over to EVO, I actually plan on giving a lot of updates, lots of news regarding some of the pool matches that are happening around off stream. I'll definitely be recording some matches on my little shaky cam, and I'll be uploading them to my channel right here on Emtac. And if you want to hit me up on my Twitters, I have a Twitter now, and I'm going to be giving you all sorts of updates on all the pools all the pool matches that I'm seeing. So if I see a top level match, for example, Alex Valle versus Chris G in Game 2 for whatever fucking reason, I'll go ahead and put you the results of that on my Twitter, as well as all 9 matches, of course, because those are the easiest to easiest to find the results for because I'm in them. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'll be giving you guys updates. My Twitter is @Emtacio. That's Emtac with an IO at the end. And any videos, of course, will be right here on this channel, Emtac86.